He regretted leaving home almost immediately. In the dangerous Lonelands, they found themselves cold, wet, and low on food. Suddenly, Balin noticed the light of a fire. Thorin sent their new burglar, Bilbo, to investigate.
Aloha everybody, and welcome to part 2 of The Hobbit, and now we're playing through Chapter 2, Roast Mutton.
I don't like these parts. The servants of the Witch King mined and tunneled these lands many years ago. Their gear is still scattered about.
Oh, I wish you'd burgle us a nice hot dinner. I'm starving.
The hunts in the Lonelands are different than your kindly Shire crop. Some of these leaves have teeth. Our food supplies are low after one of our ponies took fright and bolted.
Aw, poor pony. Also, I like the fact that because they're a bunch of dwarves and a small hobbit, they don't ride giant horses. Instead, they ride tiny ponies.
Tell Bomber to stop grumbling. A little starving will help slim him down.
This dratted rain. I'm catching cold. Could you please bring me a Burberry plant?
Will do, Keely. It's a good thing I talked to Keely, otherwise I wouldn't have opened up this extra side quest. For the most part, this level is going from point A to point B, but I can get extra courage points this way.
Now it's the burglar's turn. Scuttle off and investigate that firelight. See if it's safe. We need to know if that light is a campfire. Come back quick if all is well. If not, come back if you can.
Yes, sir, Thorin Oakenshield, sir, and oh my god! They weren't kidding, the plants have teeth.
A wolf? He certainly doesn't look as friendly as our Shire hounds.
Oh, you got that right, Bilbo. Nothing in this stage is friendly. Everything is here to kill you, and you're gonna have to kill them first.
Wolves! One was bad enough.
We've gone from 1 wolf to 3 wolves. And pay attention to my health bar, because I started the stage off with 4 health bubbles. Now I'm down to 2 health bubbles, and I've only started fighting these things for a little bit. Now I'm at 1.5. Good God! So Bilbo takes a lot of damage, and he takes continuous damage if he's surrounded by a whole bunch of enemies. Like if you get surrounded by wolves, a dozen spiders, a whole bunch of little imps and goblins that we'll be seeing throughout the game, they can take your health down pretty damn quickly. Bilbo doesn't really have a invulnerability period. It's not like you get hit and then he starts flashing for 5 seconds and then you can take another hit after that. No. It's like if you get surrounded by 3 guys and they all swing at you, tut, they all hit you and they can all do a lot of damage to you. That's why it's so important to find all of the courage points throughout the levels to increase your overall health and to acquire more health bubbles because, oh, you're going to need them. Also, you can use the silver pennies at the end of every stage to purchase health potions in case you're running low on health and you can't find any mushrooms in the area to heal yourself, because mushrooms heal your health. They're right here. They're usually at the end of every fight, so the level's pretty generous, but yeah, mushrooms heal you.
Those ledges look treacherous, Bilbo. If they're too far apart, use your walking stick to help you jump. Good luck, Bilbo.
Thanks a lot, Balin. So here he teaches you how to do the long jump with the walking stick. But before we go that way, instead let's climb this cliff to find Keely's Burberry plant and help him out.
Oh, Burberry leaves. Just what Keely needs for his coat.
And booyah! That's the one side quest here.
Oh, thank you, Bilbo.
Not a problem.
Oh, thank you, Bilbo.
Not a problem, Keely. I just said that. That's why I don't really talk to the characters more than once. They always repeat the line they already said, so it's not like some games where you talk to them multiple times and then they'll have lots to say. So, don't worry, I tested this out. I'm trying to get all the dialogue that I can, of course, but ugh! Very generous of the game to lower that rope, because they knew you'd have to climb back up in case you missed the jump.
If I can reach that floodgate, I can shut off this water.
So again, you pick up the pennies, and at the end of a stage, you'll go to the shop and you can buy more health potions. And if you're ever in a tight pinch, you can use them. I have one right now. You can see that in the top right corner of the screen. But I'm going to save those up for when I really need them. Even though my health is really, really small right now. But hey, look! I just got myself a skeleton key. Remember how I opened those treasure chests back in the Shire, and there was like this little mini game for it? Skeleton keys can open chests without the mini game. You just automatically opens it if you activate the key. So I would save that for a lot of the chests at the end of the game, not so much the beginning, because the beginning chests aren't really that big of a hassle. It's once you get to the super quick timer 8 lock treasure chests, that's what you save the skeleton keys for, obviously. But yeah, it should be mentioned Bilbo cannot swim. That's why I had to lower the water, because Bilbo will just automatically die if he goes into a big body of water. So watch out for water, folks. Bilbo cannot swim. I don't know if that's consistent with his character in the book. I read the Hobbit book a long time ago in high school. I haven't really picked it up in a while. I've just been busy with other books and other stuff. So I do own a copy of The Hobbit, like the book. I probably should be reading through it as I'm going through this Let's Play, but I've had a really busy month between Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is so addicting and so freaking good, oh my god, between Final Fantasy IV, between, I'm taking a trip out of town this weekend, so I have a lot of plans there.
If I could just raise the water level, perhaps I could make my way across.
I've just been very busy, so I didn't really have time to read through the chapters of the Hobbit book. For the parts that I've recorded right now. I might pick it up later next week for some of the future parts, but I definitely know that there are some things that definitely didn't happen in the book that happened in this video game, of course, so don't worry, I'll watch out for all of that. But again, this early level's pretty generous with fights in that every time you kill a monster, there's usually mushrooms like right after the fight, right after the particular battle you were just in. So, just pay attention to your surroundings and look out for those mushrooms. The treasure chests, when I saw them in the Shire, they did the spinning dial minigame, like every single one of them did. But there's a lot of different minigames going on with the chests, and all of them involve pushing the button right when you see the green icon, you know? Like sometimes it'll be popping out these things, and it'll just be gray. One will be red, and that'll actually hurt you or poison you if you activate it on that time, so make sure you watch out for that. Because the treasure chests can hurt you. They're all booby-trapped to poison you. They're all booby-trapped to damage you and blow up on you. So you really gotta watch out. You really gotta watch out. Who is leaving these treasure chests throughout Middle-earth? That's what I want to know. You know? I mean, I could be asking that about every video game ever, but yeah. Like I said, Bilbo can't swim, so careful jumping going on here. Careful jumping. Oh god, what's going on here? Am I in Adabat? Am I in the Wii version of Sonic Unleashed all of a sudden? Oh god. I've been through something like this before. These plants are always stationary, so if you want to kill them without risking your health, you can always just throw rocks at them. Rocks are good for, like, long-range fights. I don't know if they're really great for close combat. For one thing, you can't walk and throw rocks at the same time. It's not like you can run away from enemies, back up, and then throw the rocks as you're getting away from them. No, you have to be standing still. You have to be completely stationary in order to throw rocks at people. And the rocks don't really do more damage than the stick does. If I hit something with a stick, it's the same amount of damage as if I was throwing a rock at somebody. So, definitely only for long-range situations. If you're on a hill and they're, like, right under you, throw them when you're above them or something like that. But, yeah. Don't use the rocks in close combat, is all I'm saying. The plants, you can use the rocks on. The plants, they're not going anywhere. They're just going to stand there and bite you. And they're going to wait until they're finally going back to the Mushroom Kingdom. They're Piranha Plants. I mean, what do you want from me? They're Piranha Plants. Come on. Either way, never just follow the path. Always check to your left and right. Always check every nook and cranny. You never know when you're going to find courage points or enemies to kill. And every enemy you kill also gives you courage points because, of course, it's courageous to fight all kinds of monsters. So, yeah.
Oh, can't go back now. Oh, my.
Mutton yesterday, mutton today, and blimey, it don't look like mutton again tomorrow.
Not a
blinking bit of man flesh have we had?
Shut your mouth! You can't expect folk to stop here just to be ate by you and Bert.
3 wicked, huge trolls. I'd better tell the dwarves. Oh, but they'll just say that a really first-class burglar would have picked the trolls' pockets. Oh, wait, a pocketbook. I could sneak past them when they aren't looking and take it. Oh, I'll need to stay away from those noisy leaves, though.
Bilbo, you idiot! Get the dwarves! You can't handle 3 giant trolls, good God! Either way, folks, now we're in a sort of stealth section. If the trolls spot you at all in this section, that means game over. You'll have to go back to your last checkpoint, so that's why I'm saving right now. I'm going to cut out all the saves so you don't have to see me going through the menus and stuff, but just know every time I activate it, you'll see the window, and I saved at that point. So if I get caught, I'll load up right there, but yeah. Sometimes you have to tiptoe, other times it's okay for you to run, but for the most part, you don't want them to be looking at you. That troll, he moves left, and then he, after a while, goes right back where he came from. Unless you cross a certain point, and in which case he's going to change what he's doing. For example, now this troll is putting his back up against this log so he can scratch his back. Just because I reached this particular part of the level. But, yeah. Again, these are the variety of mini-games with the treasure chests. I can't touch the red, that will damage me. And if you don't touch red, but instead touch gray, it'll make the timer go quicker. Like, it'll actually jump the timer ahead a little bit, so you gotta have good timing with those. Whether it's the spinning dial, whether it's just the blocks, all you're doing is pushing A as soon as you see green. So, yeah. You tiptoe with the L button, which is the same button you use to wind up the lawn jump. And again, you can tiptoe, but it's really slow, and sometimes you'll need to rush ahead because the troll will come back the way he came really quickly. Like, I gotta get these red courage points on the right, so run! Don't tiptoe, you'll be too slow, you won't make it, he'll turn around in time, you know? Like, as soon as he reaches his destination, he turns around, and as soon as he's turned around, he'll see you. You know, it's not like Metal Gear Solid, only the original Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation 1, where, like, their cone of vision was, like, really limited. No, they can see you from a very far distance. It's really important to pay attention to what the trolls are looking at. Now, when I'm getting close to this troll, though, I am going to have to tiptoe because he'll hear my loud footsteps. And if you notice, leaves everywhere. If I step on any one of them, it's going to be cracking. He's going to hear it, and then that's it. They're all going to kill me and eat me. So, yeah. If you screw up any of these jumps, you're going to land in the leaves, and they'll hear it, and then that's it for you. It's tense, man, it's tense. There's some stealth elements in The Hobbit, but whatevs. One jump, Jesus Christ. Because I knew I wouldn't make that jump otherwise. Ugh.
I bet I can tiptoe past him while he yawns.
Thanks for the advice, Bilbo. Thanks for the advice. But, yeah. He has a very, very, very long yawn, so you can tiptoe through the whole entire thing. Don't worry. And he'll yawn every 5 seconds, because of course he will. Dude, just go to sleep if you're yawning that much. I mean, come on. That is a long yawn. Now I'm getting tired. You ever have a thing where, like, someone yawns and, like, you just yawn, like, instinctively after they yawn? And then it just becomes, like, this big, like, yawning session? I'm not crazy, right? That happens, right? Either way, you can use the rocks for protection to get out of their eyesight, and I would recommend doing it. Oh god, there's a pink courage crystal right there. I could get it, but nah, fuck it. I'm not that brave, okay? I know when to stop, and I know when to keep moving, alright? You play the game and you get 100% crystals. I'm not getting 100%. I'm going for the bare minimum. I'm gonna wait until this troll goes back the way he came, and then I'm gonna go right straight to the pocketbook. Booyah! And that's Chapter 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Here, who are you?
Blimey, look what I've copped!
And you just end up getting caught anyway. So I guess you're asking, why did I have to avoid them? Why did I not want to get caught? Well, you get a game over, and then you have to do it again. And it's like, Bilbo's not supposed to get caught yet. He has to wait till later so that the dwarves can get to him in time? I don't know.
When the dwarves crept up to investigate, the trolls popped them all into sacks. Suddenly, the trolls started arguing. Gandalf imitated their voices and tricked them into a nasty fight. They fought until dawn. When the sun rose, the trolls turned to stone.
Those idiots. Anyway, folks, I'll see you in part 3.